It had to be the worst day for these giant chickens to attack here. These messed up chickens, called beltos, were fierce, but our guy the Awakener killed them all quickly and without any pain. The people who were supposed to deal with the chickens were shocked. They wondered what had happened. They thought maybe another Awakener had come secretly to fight the monsters. But it didn't make sense. Nobody they knew could kill so many monsters. What they didn't know was that the person who did it was Kong Cholho, who owns a small restaurant nearby. Usually, Kong stays out of fights like this, but since belto meat makes the best steaks, he killed the monsters and took meat for his kitchen. Kong was getting ready to cook when a man from the Awakener Association showed up. He had come to check if Kong was okay after the attack. Kong was fine, like always. The man was happy to hear no one got hurt. Most people had already left the area, so the damage was small. The man smelled something amazing coming from Kang's restaurant. The smell was so good he wanted to try it. He asked if the restaurant was open. Kong said yes, so the man went inside. The place was clean and nice, almost like a movie set. The man asked to see the menu. Kong told him there was no menu. The food depended on what ingredients they had that day. Today, Kong was cooking belto steak. The man got interested because the beltos were the giant chickens that had attacked earlier. He gave credit to a fighter named Gamu who had helped kill them. Kong didn't say he was the one who killed the monsters. He just thanked Gamu for clearing the area. Kong said the beltos were scary, but the meat was delicious and his customers would love it. The man was nervous because steaks are usually expensive. Kong cut the meat into perfect pieces and seasoned it simply with salt and pepper. While Kong cooked, let's talk about him a little. Almost 30 years ago, Kong woke up in a strange world full of dragons and monsters. It was hard to survive, but he got very strong, even strong enough to fight dragons. He defeated the Demon King and earned the right to return to Earth. But Earth was not the same anymore. Monsters had taken over here too, yet Kong wanted to retire and live a peaceful life. After fighting monsters for so long, he was done with all the killing. Luckily, many people on Earth had started to awaken powers. These new awakeners helped protect the world, so Kong opened a restaurant and decided to focus on cooking good food. Back to the story. Belto steak was ready. The man took a bite and was amazed. The meat was juicy and had a perfect mix of spicy and sour flavors. He joked about beltos, which had caused him trouble, ended up making him feel better with the tasty meal. He kept eating until the plate was empty. When it was time to pay, the man was surprised. The restaurant didn't charge much for first-time customers. He felt lucky to have such a great meal for almost free. It gave him energy and made him happy. He wanted to pay more, but Kong said $10 was enough. Before leaving, the man gave Kong his business card and told him to stay safe. This world was dangerous, especially for people without powers. He told Kong to evacuate if things got bad and that he could call for help anytime. Compared to a few years ago, this area was doing better now. There were more shops and markets again. Kong appreciated the man's concern and respected people who risked their lives to protect others. Kong tasted his own food and was happy with how it turned out. It was getting late and Kong was about to close when he decided to make a snack from some belto eggs he had. As he was thinking about how to cook the egg, the door suddenly slammed open. A man came in angrily, yelling at Kong. Kong didn't know who he was or what he wanted. From the yelling, Kong understood the man was here to take something that belonged to him. Let's go back a few hours to the market to know what happened. Many people were selling goods. Kong was shopping for ingredients to restock his kitchen. Since monsters appeared, fresh food was hard to find. Some still didn't want to eat monster meat, but others liked it because it was tasty. A seller was selling fresh belto eggs. Even the seller wasn't sure if they were really belto eggs because many monster eggs look similar. The Awakeners Association said these eggs were belto eggs. Kong wanted to be sure, so he used his special power called Detect Eyes. This power lets him see the stats and info of anything. He got this power from a silver dragon named Canes in his old world. This ability helped him find out which eggs were real and which were fake. He bought the eggs and noticed one egg was special. His power couldn't read it. Since the egg was rare, he took it too. At home, he cooked a belto egg and it tasted great, reminding him of better times. The creamy, rich taste made him feel nostalgic. He looked at mysterious egg again. He knew his power couldn't read dragon eggs because dragons' powers are different. So he guessed this was a dragon egg. Just then the angry man came in. Kong realized the man was a dragon too because his power couldn't read him either. The dragon asked how Kong knew his identity. Kong told him about his Detect Eyes power. The dragon was surprised and angry when he saw Kong used dragon bones and dragon scales as kitchen tools, as that was very disrespectful to dragons. The dragon got angry and started breathing fire. Kong sighed, thinking, here we go again. The dragon hurls a massive blue fireball at him. But Kong casually grabs a nearby frying pan and smacks the fireball away like he's hitting a home run. Using godlike speed, he rushes toward the dragon and slaps him across the face with the pan. That one hit stirs old memories in the dragon. A familiar voice echoes in his head. Back in the previous world, Kong had once stood before the mighty Dragon King and demanded his artifact. He wanted to defeat the Demon King quickly, there was no time for negotiations. At that time, this red-headed dragon was just a kid. And the artifact belonged to his father. When the father refused, the son knew their fate was sealed, because Kong was already infamous across the continent as Mercenary. Snapping back to the present, Kong orders the redhead to clean the floor properly before things get ugly. Reluctantly, the dragon grabs a mop and bucket, scrubbing away the scorch marks. While he works, Kong asks where he's from, curious how this fiery guy knows so much about the Detect Eye artifact. As we saw in the flashback, the dragon was born on the continent of Espan, the world where Kong once fought the Demon King. Turns out, this dragon guy crash landed in this new world through a dimensional crack. The mention of Espan brings back fond memories for Kong. It doesn't take him long to realize that the strange monsters he's been seeing lately must be from Espan. Kong introduces himself using the title he once held in that world, Miro Lias, but says he now goes by Kong Cholho. By now, the dragon is pretty sure Kong is the same guy who clashed with his father. Under Kang's strict supervision, the dragon finally finishes cleaning the place until it looks brand new. With the task done, Kong gives him permission to leave, with his dragon egg. But before leaving, the redhead has one question. Why didn't Kong ever return his father's artifact after defeating the Demon King? Kong asks who his father is. The redhead replies, Ekman Rex. Ah, that explains it. Kong remembers that dragon. No wonder this guy's aura felt familiar. He's the child of that mighty dragon. The redhead trembles as Kong urges him to come closer. Seeing his fear, Kong promises not to hurt him. After all, he hasn't beaten up a dragon in 30 years. Still, the dragon doesn't trust him. Kong then asks how old he is. The dragon says he's in his 50s. Kong replies that he's around 60, making him older. The dragon's not buying it. Unless Kong is half-elf, there's no way a human looks that young at 60. He knows what old humans look like, and Kong doesn't match. Then Kong says something that really makes the dragon sweat. He talks about the arrogance of dragons, and how sometimes it needs to be corrected with proper punishment. The dragon doesn't like being threatened, but he admits, yes, dragons fear death too. That's when Kong clears the air. The scale, knife, and cutting board? Gifts. He didn't kill any dragons to get them. Sure, he beat up a few, but he never killed one. As for the artifact, he didn't return it because it broke during the battle with the Demon King. Even if he wanted to give it back, he couldn't. He sincerely apologizes for the loss, but there's nothing he can do now. To make peace, Kong invites the redhead for a drink. The invitation feels like an insult, sharing drinks with a human? But eventually, the redhead gets completely wasted from the alcohol, while Kong stays as sober as ever. The dragon drunkenly brags that Kong is the first human ever allowed to drink with a dragon. Kong isn't impressed. Not the first time I've been called the first human in existence for something, he says. Then he asks who laid the egg. Since this redhead looks way too young for that, the redhead is flabbergasted. Male dragons don't lay eggs. Turns out, the egg is actually his younger sibling. Apparently, a dimensional rift opened in their dragon lair while their parents were away. The redhead and the egg got sucked into it, and they've been stuck here for about half a year. He asks Kong what happened to him after defeating the Demon King. Rumor had it Kong went missing. Where had he been? Kong explains that he had some unfinished business to deal with before returning to Earth. Then comes another question. Why is someone like Kong running a restaurant, when he could be saving, or ruling, the world? It's crazy, the redhead says. A human with Kang's power could take over the planet. Why hasn't he stopped the monsters? Why hasn't he taken control? Humans, after all, are power-hungry, selfish, and warlike. He remembers that once the Demon King fell, humans immediately started fighting each other instead of enjoying peace. Kong agrees. Humans really are like that, he says. But I'm just not interested anymore.
Kang agrees. Humans really are like that, he says. But I'm just not interested anymore. After 30 years of war, he don't wants to remember all that. He doesn't want power or glory. He just wants peace. The dragon doesn't quite believe him, but Kang tells him to take good care of his little sibling. You can really tell how much the redhead loves his sister by how he cradles the egg. Not long after, the egg hatches, the little dragon finally breaks free and stretches her wings. Kang asks the proud brother if he's named her yet. He hasn't, so for now, she's just hatchling. Kang asks another question. What's her gender? She's a girl, says the redhead. Kang seems fond of the little one already. She kind of looks like a millet bird, but with tiny teeth. Probably an omnivore. The redhead is clearly happy to have his baby sister with him in this cold, unfamiliar world. Kang casually asks if they have a place to stay. The redhead doesn't answer, which probably means they're homeless. So yeah, Kang's probably going to invite them to stay at his restaurant. Back in the world of Hispan, there once was a terrifying storm that forced demons to migrate. With each gust of wind came the stench of battle. Far away, someone with long glowing hair whispers Mirolos's name, remembering the last drink they shared. But let's return to our peaceful little diner, where Kang has just whipped up a majestic hamburger steak. He serves the meal to the dragon and his newborn sister, then asks if they're planning to leave. As per the diner's tradition, Kang doesn't charge them for the food, even though it would normally cost $10. Hearing that, the redhead asks if Kang also offers lodging services. It's clear now, he really is homeless. Even powerful dragons can't escape inflation. Kang understands. He knows how isolating and helpless it feels to suddenly land in an unknown world. Dragons are proud, egocentric creatures who love their own greatness. But now this one looks tired and alone. It's a feeling that Kang can deeply understand. Kang can't believe what he's seeing. Ekman Rex's son just gave him a grade 4 mage stone, a super rare and valuable item even in the human world. But Kang can't help but laugh quietly to himself. Who gives away something this valuable so easily? Meanwhile, the baby dragon is eating like she has a black hole in her stomach, always hungry and wanting more. Kang feels like taking care of this little dragon is even tougher than just surviving in this strange world. Sometimes, he even misses the old world, remembering moments shared with a certain girl. There's a sting of regret in his heart, knowing he'll never see her again. Despite refusing to give them a place to stay at first, Kang decides to let the two dragons stay at his diner for a few days, free of charge. It's not just kindness. It's his way of fighting the loneliness he feels inside. The redhead dragon is getting nervous because Kang is doing so many favors for him. Trying to balance things, Kang suddenly points his finger down and opens a dimensional portal. His personal subspace. Inside, Qasim, the immortal goblin and Kang's manager, greets him warmly. Qasim is a low-ranking monster but acts like a boss. The cool thing about Qasim is that he can't die inside this subspace, making him perfect for managing Kang's extra dimension. Qasim asks what Kang needs, and Kang casually tosses him the grade 4 mage stone. Qasim doesn't even question it and adds it to their huge collection of magic stones stored there. They have almost infinite stones, including 5 of the highest quality ones and 120 high-ranking stones. Outside the subspace, the redhead dragon is amazed. These top magic stones mean nothing to Kang. Qasim respectfully calls Kang king, but Kang just shrugs it off and tells him to keep it simple. The next day, baby dragon is peacefully sleeping despite chaos outside, while Kang deals with her older brother, who keeps trying to solve problems by throwing fireballs everywhere. Kang's goal is to help him control his fire breath to focus only on the target without burning everything around. He uses a skewer with a slab of meat, and the dragon expertly cooks it to a perfect golden color. Kang is surprised that the skewer is actually a legendary weapon called the Recapel shaft, forged by a skilled dwarf named Recapel. It's one of the greatest weapons in this world, but Kang uses it like kitchenware. The older dragon is annoyed by that, but Kang teases him, saying at least he's using his gear. Unlike dragons who just collect weapons and never use them, their personalities couldn't be more different. Kang's lively and practical, while the dragons are more traditional. Remember the public servant agent Choi from earlier? He's back. At the diner, enjoying Kang's cooking, and surprised that Kang already has a new employee working with him. Choi also shares news about a new dangerous dungeon that's appeared underground. The place called Siodaman needs awakened hunters to clear it out. Kang learns that dungeons are actually monster storage areas, acting as portals between different dimensions, the same way he and Khan, Ekman Rex's son, ended up in this world. The new dungeon is rated grade 5, which means serious trouble. From the Siodaman side, a hunter named Kim Sang, who leads the Zanaku team, will tackle the dungeon. On the other side, there's a team led by a mysterious spear mage named Chaeyon, who even Kang hasn't heard of. The dungeon is guarded by the spear mage, and the nearby region has an ice witch for protection, kind of like a character from another fantasy series. Choi mentions a backup team is ready as insurance. He feels sad because many talented people want to be awakened hunters but don't make the cut. They have families to support but can't join because they lack the right rank. Sometimes Choi thinks those without awakening might have it better with safer jobs. After their talk, Kang thinks about buying more outdoor meat for his diner and heads to the marketplace. There, he overhears an announcement recruiting raid parties for the dungeon assault. A man resembling the spear mage Sang-hoo, a grade 2 awakened warrior, passes by, proving Choi's words are true. Speaking of raid parties, Kang explains how they work. It's similar to RPG games he used to play. DPS players are everywhere, but tanks and healers are rare and highly valued. Because DPS roles are so crowded, not everyone gets a chance to join. Kang remembers Choi's words about how tough life is for those who aren't exceptional and decides he should just focus on himself. Later, Kang returns to his diner and looks for the redhead dragon, but finds the kitchen spotless. No sign of him. Suddenly, the poor man from before walks in, looking embarrassed and shy as he asks for ramen. Kang's a good guy and doesn't mind. They talk about how ramen is still a cheap meal people rely on despite inflation. Kang makes the ramen and charges just $2, which makes the man very happy. The man orders 5 bowls, surprising Kang with his appetite. Sensing something unusual, Kang uses his detect eye skill to check the man's intentions. It turns out the man's class is God of Food, a strange ability where eating food boosts his strength. The better the food, the stronger he gets. It's rare and hard to develop but powerful if he keeps eating high-level monster meat. Since the man is unskilled with his ability, Kang serves him an extra-large ramen platter topped with grilled ataho meat, a rare ingredient Kang generously gives for free. He even offers the first meal of the day on the house as a diner custom. The man enjoys the delicious meat and ramen, and his mood lifts. When he tries to pay, a bunch of stuff falls from his wallet, including a necktie. Kang collects the money, and the man quickly leaves but promises to return. Kang wonders if the man carries the tie to impress someone, realizing life is really hard for many people. Later, the same broke man stumbles upon a dimensional gate hovering in the sky. Civilians evacuate and barricades go up. The man wants to join the battle as an awakener, but is told his food-based ability isn't strong enough for such a dangerous dungeon. Only the best fighters are allowed, and many on the front lines are already injured. As he's told to evacuate, the man spots a healer, a girl who turns out to be his daughter. She scolds him for coming to a dangerous place and tells him school should be his priority. She's confused and upset to see him here with a shitty ability, and she lashes out because she's struggling to earn scholarship points and doesn't want him to embarrass her. She reminds him he doesn't even have a weapon and pushes him away, dropping his necktie box. The healer rushes off to help the injured warriors. Meanwhile, Kang is cleaning his blade and talks about classes in this world. There are 5 grades to reach the top. Awakeners train at special schools where they learn their skills. After reaching the first stage, they can choose a second class. Some can master 2 classes, which makes them higher rank, but it's very hard. If someone has a weak ability, they have to find a role that suits them, no matter how difficult. Kang also mentions a secret 6th class, something only he mastered during his final battle. Since then, he hasn't progressed further, and he accepts it as his limit. Just then, the redhead dragon rushes in with big news. His little sister Cool has spoken her first words. Kang doesn't know her name yet, but Khan named her. Hearing the baby call Kang Papa melts his heart. It's the cutest thing ever. It turns out the baby dragon actually named herself Kool-Aid, a name that means she's truly a resident of this world now. The little marshmallow keeps repeating the word Papa, making Kang smile as he playfully pets her. Kang explains that dragons are special because they're born already blessed with the mastery of a class, something most people have to work hard to achieve. Both Kang and Khan are curious about what kind of class little Cool has mastered, and they can't wait to find out. Suddenly, the same troubled man from before walks into the diner and orders the same meal again. Kang sits across from him while Khan prepares the food. The man opens up about the painful moment with his daughter during his attempt to join a raid party. He tells Kang how his daughter is working desperately hard to earn a scholarship by healing injured people. Seeing her struggle like that broke his heart because he couldn't help her. He was told to evacuate because he's a weak awakener, no noticeable powers. But his daughter? She's amazing. She has incredible healing skills for her age, ranking among 3rd-class awakeners. Her grades are excellent too. Everyone expects her to be recognized properly by the association soon. When the man first came to the restaurant, he wanted to visit her school on observation day but couldn't afford a proper outfit. All he could buy was a necktie, which made him feel pathetic, but he still tried his best. Now he thinks it's better to forget about the observation day. After all, he's a father who can't even support his own daughter. Overwhelmed, the man breaks down, admitting he's starving, for food and for hope. Kang listens with an open mind, realizing this man is a simple food-related awakener who needs to eat well to grow stronger and help someday. Suddenly, Kang jokingly asks Khan if it's okay to fatten him up. Khan is shocked and worried, thinking Kang might cook the man like the monsters. Kang quickly reassures him it's just a joke. Kang also notices some dragon skin that Cool shed. He has an idea to use it in the meal, even though Khan wanted to keep it as a keepsake. The meal is prepared, a mouth-watering, extra-large Idaho ramen. The man notices it's the same as last time, and Kang tells him to eat as much as he wants. Kang watches quietly while the man devours the food. When the man finishes, he pays and thanks Kang for listening when he needed it most. Before the man leaves, Kang gives him some advice, something everyone should remember. Life is hard for everyone. It would be easier if some things weren't so tough, but those who work hard every day usually find good fortune. So keep trying. I'll always be here for you like a shoulder you can rely on. Unbeknownst to the man, Kang also infused Kula's dragon skin into the meal, hoping it will help him grow stronger. Khan asks Kang why he goes out of his way to help this random guy. Kang admits it's because his own father went through similar struggles. Maybe that's why he understands. Later, the man comes home to find his daughter asleep. She has taken the necktie Kang gave him. She turns to apologize for being harsh to her father earlier, tears streaming down her face. He gently comforts her and apologizes too, feeling ashamed of the hard life he's forced her to live. Even so, no matter how hard things get, he still loves her more than anything. The next morning, the man rushes to his job. The recruiter asks for his registration card. It's the same Kim Manhwa from before, the guy who messed up badly in the Yongdongpo dungeon last time. The recruiter warns this could be a problem again, but luckily, the Zanaku team saved the day. Then, this time, he just wants Manhwa to do his best. As the recruitment ends, the gate above pulses with dark energy. The team is ready to enter the dungeon. While Kang is casually walking, chaos suddenly erupts nearby. Even Sanang-hu is shocked at how tense the situation has become. A team of awakened fighters, ranked class 5 to 7, has entered the dungeon. But their worst nightmare has come true. A hidden boss appeared. Let's dive into the dungeon. It looks like a forest. Manhwa immediately gets attacked by a dinosaur that looks like it came straight out of Jurassic Park. Reflexively, Manhwa uppercuts the raptor and kills it with one punch. He feels strangely energized and motivated, even though he should be hungry by now. Something unusual. Suddenly, someone in the party points out a massive crack in the ground. The earth shakes violently as a colossal Tyrannosaurus Rex roars. This is the hidden boss, a monster that appears unexpectedly when a dimensional rift opens inside the dungeon. Usually, this means disaster for the cleanup squad. The giant Tigrex monster goes on a rampage, and Manhwa's team scrambles to escape. Manhwa spots some mana crystals left by the smaller dinosaur he killed. The crystals are valuable, and he rushes toward them without thinking. This is reckless, because the Tigrex is after him. Instead of eating him outright, the monster headbutts Manhwa, sending him flying. Manhwa realizes how bad he is at this, but he rushes into danger because he wants to protect his daughter's happiness. Memories of his daughter fuel him to get back up. If he dies here, Mijin would be defenseless. Summoning all his courage, Manhwa faces the Tigrex monster. Against all odds, he refuses to give up. His fighting spirit focuses into one powerful punch aimed at the monster's mouth. To everyone's surprise, Manhwa triggers a rank-up effect. He evolves and stops the monster's attack. He no longer feels hungry or weak. The Tigrex is shocked and tries to attack again, but Manhwa stands his ground, blocking the attack with both hands. Though pushed back, he refuses to lose. Just then, the spear mage and his party arrive to help. They are surprised to see an ordinary guy holding off a grade 2 Tigrex all alone. Sang-hu, the spear mage captain, praises Manhwa's determination and even wants his business card. They discover Manhwa's evolution jumped to the Shikshin class, a unique tank DPS hybrid skill set, kind of like Marvel's Mr. Fantastic mixed with Wolverine. Kang watches from The sidelines, Happy Manhwa reached grade 3 evolution. Thanks to the Spear Mage's help, they had enough time to evacuate safely. Back at the diner, Little Cool is yawning and sleepy. News of the hidden boss's defeat spreads quickly. Manhwa is hailed as a hero for holding off the boss and achieving MVP in the raid. He even makes the newspapers. His daughter is proud. The Awakener Association rewards Manhwa with a correction in rank and a big payout. Kang notices Cool might be growing heavier. She's still calling him Papa. And despite Kang denying it, her sweet eyes always win him over. The news also talks about a thief causing trouble in the Sayat Moon region, stealing low-grade mana crystals from merchants. The association warns everyone to be careful until the thief is caught. Kang finds this amusing, but then Kool-Aid brings him a cup of water. Before he can drink, Khan stops him. The water has germs. Apparently, Cool learned about water wells from a picture book, but can't tell the difference between toilet water and well water. Kang's face turns into a "what the heck" expression because he almost drank it. Later, Choi visits the restaurant again and is amazed by the ramen Kang made this time. Manhwa shows up too, looking completely different from before, and brings a friend, the Spear Mage captain. Choi stands up, shocked and respectful, while the Spear Mage is surprised to see an agent from the association here. The Spear Mage learns Manhwa is the Shikshin warrior who did great in the recent raid. From this, Kang learns that people get new titles after doing something impressive. Manhwa thanks Kang for his kindness when he had nothing. Kang says he was expecting Manhwa's visit. Manhwa orders his usual ramen, and the Spear Mage tries the same. Manhwa devours it in one go, impressing the captain. The captain advises Manhwa to visit his daughter's school soon. He lets Manhwa rest for a day before their next mission. As Manhwa leaves, Kang admires their healthy, working relationship. The diner grows quiet. Kang notices the Spear Mage captain dozing off. Later, Kang has a heated argument with the captain. The captain is angry because Kang touched a divine creature and angered it. The beast smiles maliciously, before erupting into fierce flame.